And then that goal, jumping into the rush, making a couple of big plays, scoring some nice goals.
He was great. I thought he was great the other night too. He's been great for us ever since he's been here, and especially this run of play. I think he's played. His game's even gone up a little bit.
Connor, your team is 9-1-2 in its last 12 games. I know you guys aren't satisfied, but how encouraging is it to see this team producing those kinds of results this late in the season?
Yeah, we're finding ways to get wins. I would still like to see a little bit more control of games. I still think we're finding our game. Obviously, it's nice that we're winning and producing wins, but I still think that there's more there. There's more to be had. There's more urgency. Which is a good thing. I think it's that time of year where we need to ramp up, get ready to go. We're still playing for, positioning and all that, so still lots to be playing for.
Matthias said that, after the first period, you guys weren't super thrilled with things and had a little chat in here. What did you pull out of your game in the second that you'd maybe discussed?
I just thought, I'm not sure it was pulling anything out. I thought it was just adding in a little bit of urgency, adding in a little bit of that work. For our group, it's always just skating and the details. When that slips, any team game is not going to be great. So we had to up our work, up our attention to detail, and I thought we did a good job of bouncing back in that second period.
We'll ask for 60 minutes of hockey 82 times a year, which is not realistic. You're not in the stretch run where there's 5 games left. There's still a handful of games. Is it unrealistic to look at your team and say, hey, 60 minutes every night, let's go?
No, it's not unrealistic. We expect that out of ourselves. That being said, we know there's no perfect game. There's never going to be 60 minutes of perfect hockey, mistake-free hockey. But with that being said, we expect the best of ourselves. We expect that at this time of year we're ramping up and getting ourselves ready to go.
2 more for Zach tonight. Just a thought on him getting closer to that 50-goal mark.
Yeah, it's great. I thought he was solid again. Did his thing at the net and finds a way to score a big goal there before the end of the period. That's a massive goal. It really is. So he's always in and around the net making things happen, and I thought he was good again.
He's 2 for 50 going into Toronto. Was there any thought about that, or does it really matter?
You know what? I'm sure he'll be asked about that between now and Saturday, but. I would think that there's maybe something there. Of course, he's got the close ties in Toronto. Grew up there, born and raised. Lots of friends and family that are going to be in the building. It would be, I think, special for him. But he might tell you otherwise. I don't know. But it'd be great to see him get there in Toronto.
A lot of the talk about Matthias Ekholm is about his defensive game. What about his offensive game? It's obviously come through the last couple games more than I know.
Yeah, well, he skates so well. And any D-man that skates so well, they can do a good job of jumping up in the rush. I think you've seen that the last couple games. He's getting in behind his check, in behind forwards, and creating things. And any D-man that can skate like he can be real dangerous jumping into the rush.
There's a couple games in a row where maybe at times you guys didn't bring your best, but you seem to be you're pulling points out. You got 4 points and 2 good lessons in a couple of games here.
Yeah. Nice to learn lessons and wins. With that being said, 2 games that could have gone the other way. They could have gone the other way, quite frankly, and we would be having a different conversation here today. So. Lots of lessons from those 2 here, and we need to bring it on the road against a real good Toronto team that's playing well, and the rest of the road trip.